Do you have another example of why it is hard for that part of us that is squeezed into this very small vessel on the earth plane to be in contact with our higher selves? I ask this because I have tried to explain this to some of my friends and acquaintances by using both the consciousness in a bottle example and the 5 senses versus 5 million senses examples, and it seems to have a very limited effect in their understanding. Let me give you an example that most people should relate to, especially the younger ones, since it relates to computers. Consider the problem of bandwidth and downloading information from the internet. If you think of yourself as your home computer and your real self or your higher self as the whole of the knowledge in the World Wide Web, you may see the problem. It takes time to download or stream data, even via your broadband link, especially when other communications are happening in the background for a single operation. This is made even slower when you try to download or surf more than one website at the same time. This is to do with the available bandwidth, the pipe size, or how much data can be received at the same time together with the processing power available in your computer. This slowness gives you frustration and a very limited ability to gain information at any one moment in time. Now consider trying to download all the information in the whole internet at once. Your computer would crash as it can't cope with the processing power required to process this information. Neither has your service provider got the bandwidth to cope with it. This is exactly the same for humanity trying to communicate with their higher selves and the knowledge deposited in the universal memory, the Akashic. So you are limited to the small amount of communication that you can manage, which is put down to intuition or psychic powers at best. As some people have access to greater bandwidth and better and faster computers, so do some humans have a greater capacity to communicate with their higher selves. This is purely due to their ability to tune into that part of themselves that has the greater bandwidth and the faster processing power. It involves giving yourself time to sit in silence and listen to yourselves and the universe without expectation, preconception, or intellectual judgment, just with acceptance.